No, it's all good. I'm pretty sure we should be starting any second now. Hang on. I think it's. Oh, I
Oh,
see a
is it?
clock. I think we're going. Okay,
Oh,
hang on.
oh shit. Wait, where does this sign live when the bootleg isn't happening?
What do you mean? I it's always around, just in
I
case.
know. I'm impressed. This is the 4th edition.
Oh, just wait till we get to number 12.
Yeah, is it going to be like the Stanley Cup? Do you just keep finding more pieces of cardboard to slowly?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep stacking it, so
Yeah.
eventually I'll have to like scroll it up like end of credits. That's how it's gonna have to go. Awesome. Cool. Hey everyone. We're back for the 4th edition of Ryan Dole's Bootleg Toy Anxiety.
Yeah, it's like everybody else going to the Ghostbuster thing. Is that?
I think that's it. Today was also so busy. Like last night, I was like, let's put some feelers out there to see if we can get anybody. One person replied.
Yeah.
However, that person is now instead going to be a guest next week.
Oh, okay.
And it'll be a first-time guest
Ooh.
on Toy Anxiety.
Are you gonna you're gonna like tease it here, or you're gonna say like, okay, we have to get 150 likes, and I'll tell you what it is next week?
Okay. Oh, we could do that. I don't know how many people are here. Because I never
stay in the top corner. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
All right.
What's the most likes regular Toy Anxiety has got in an episode? Because I want to beat that tonight.
Well, we're able to usually do about 100. We've got 49 people watching, so it's not a lot, but that's okay.
No, it's gonna be. We're gonna beat it tonight. Everybody, hit the like button right now.
Yes, tell your friends. Post about what you're watching right now.
Yeah, use Twitter.
Come on, this is what it's all about. But if we get 100 likes, I will drop a very big hint. Which, if you are a fan of Geek Dad Life and you've watched his stuff whenever I'm on it, you will probably know the answer.
Oh,
so there is one hint, and then
that's a big
2
hint.
will be the much bigger, broader hint.
All right, well, let's get those likes in, people. We need the likes because I just want to make Craig jealous. That's my goal while I'm here today.
And who's here today with me trying to make Craig jealous? It's Jay from Geek Dad Life.
Hello.
Thank you for hanging out with me today.
Super thankful. You kind of crashed our stream on Sunday from the airport, and then I had a root canal, so I was like drinking more heavily than usual. So by the time the after show went on, I was pretty gone. So you joined that one, and then like I sent a link out to Mad Hatter. Like it was, I haven't gone back to watch it. I don't know if it was as sloppy as I can't remember it was.
Oh,
it was a good time.
But it was a good time regardless. I know I had a good time. I legit caught a second wind. It was like airport stuff all day, and I was like, I remember texting Craig at one point, being like, I'm done. I'm going straight to bed. I'm gonna watch Geek Dad on Monday. No, I've had enough. I saw the thumbnail and I was like, well, I guess I'm in. Had to talk superpowers, and I was hoping they were going to do the big actual official announcement today because
I mean,
because of the leak.
Since it got leaked, like let's get to it already. Let's see the real thing.
Yeah, and I want to see that, but instead we got Black Adam. But I mean,
that looks cool too.
It looks cool. I mean, if you want, I think it would be way cooler if it was a Fast and Furious figure. But it's not. So. How many figures of The Rock do we need? I guess all of them.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten Tooth Fairy yet.
So. I think I only have one Rock figure. I have the kind of Hasbro style one Mattel made a few years back in my WWF collection. I think it's my only Rock figure.
Hold on, you have a WWF collection?
Yeah. It's above my. There's the ring Hasbro. I think I got all the bigs.
Nice.
But when Mattel was doing that. Wow, actually, no, they just recently did it on Mattel Creations or whatever. But it was kind of cool because it was like getting wrestlers that weren't in the Hasbro era, but you got to add them, and people do that all the time. Let's see. Extreme Toy Anxiety returns next week.
Yes. Returns next week for Patreon members only.
Ooh.
$5 for sign up. We will be back when Craig has the access. He's the Lord with the key.
I'm surprised, at this point, I'm surprised to give, because you can like give co-host access to people so they have, can have the controls just in case.
You know what? I honestly didn't even think about it till after the fact yesterday, and we were kind of going through all this, and I was kind of like, oh, maybe I should have done one for Extreme Toy Anxiety tonight. But it's, you know what? I'll make up for it. Trust me. Next week will be worth it. And we do apologize. It's now going to be like, it's going to be like 3 weeks of no Extreme Toy Anxiety because, once we were at the pool, second, half the team was like, MIA. And now they're all like doing Ghostbuster stuff, and which is pretty exciting. So
yeah, absolutely, super pumped for tomorrow.
I'm very excited.
Should we speculate there's not going to be any toy reveals, but can we just dream speculate that there'll be some toy reveals tomorrow?
I would love to dream speculate.
Do you want to press in this comment by Jacob Walsh here? Ryan doesn't get controls. We know better.
Right. Well, guess who's got them today? Me. And I'm not giving them back.
I think somebody else said, should we talk about starting lineup tonight since Jake isn't here tonight?
Oh my gosh. We should talk about, yes, we'll do that. But first, we are going to do our predictions for Ghostbusters Day.
Okay.
This is a very YHS Prime thing to do. But you know what? They ain't here.
Yeah, they're not here to guard their baby, if you will.
To keep the gate.
Yeah, exactly. Gatekeeping.
Yeah.
All the Ghostbuster goodness.
Right. I'm the key master here, so I can unlock that gate. That's how that works, right? I think.
I'm pretty sure that's how I recall it. Okay. Proton pack updates. That's an easy one.
Easy. I don't see why we wouldn't get that.
Right? That's an easy peasy. It's not, you're not going to reveal anything.
And it keeps Hasbro still kind of in the spotlight there a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. I would. Do you know what I'm hoping?
Okay.
If we're gonna do dream speculation and not like real, like.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. That's too realistic.
If we're gonna go like way out left field,
mm-hmm.
we're gonna get GB2 plasmas.
Mm.
Right? Slime blowers.
Oh, you gotta have slime. Yeah, slime blowers.
Christmas hats.
God,
Janosch. A build a Janosch.
Yeah. Who's it's What if it's Vigo, like the arts, but like you can flip it and it's the it's the Ghostbusters in.
Oh, just like you do with the Navarro playset. The window is like cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
And then you flip it and it's the damaged one. So maybe that would, they love making things out of cardboard now. And less plastic.
I just finished my my review of the he made it into my Sentinel playset, but I got the cardboard still here just in case.
Oh, nice. My Wolverine is stuck somewhere with FedEx. It arrived when I was gone all this time.
And it went back to like the FedEx station. So now
and they kept. I'm trying to call them to get a new delivery time, but they keep calling me when I'm in the middle of like a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a little bit of phone tag, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get that Wolverine. It's
a really good Wolverine. Like the head sculpt. I have my alternate here at least. Look at that. It's fucking phenomenal.
Dude, look at that. Look at those wings.
Right?
Dude, that's a sweet cowl.
That's two Batman's kissing if I ever saw one. Look at
that. I've had dreams of that. Right? I'm choosing GB2 plasmas, and then they're gonna do they'll do another box set. They'll do like an Oscar that comes with like a Vigo and a Dana, and it'll be like.
I would say Oscar's a pack-in with Dana, right? Like, is that a Dana accessory?
But I figured like for people to want to buy Dana, it'll be like the whole Phoebe thing, right? Where there'll be like. I don't know.
Okay.
And they'll do like the family that slimes together.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's just not nearly as problematic. No, it's just as problematic as the
It's
other one.
just as problematic, but it doesn't stop them. Data's terrible night? I don't know.
The family that possesses together stays together.
Yeah.
No, that's a 3-pack would be dope. There's a lot of iconic characters like the Scoleri brothers, because the Mattel Scoleri brothers were like pack-ins and they were too small.
Right.
And it'd
I
be
would like
good.
to get some ghosts in general. We haven't gotten
Exactly.
anything from,
Yeah, you're
except for
right.
Egon.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
God, the ghosts are really low. We seen like a ghost pack. Maybe that's Comic-Con exclusive.
That would be
Like,
that would be such a dick move.
it
But
would be, wouldn't it?
I'm here for it.
Well, yeah, Tully's Terrible Night was, that's the only way to get Louis Tully was the Comic-Con, or was it PulseCon, I guess, but
I guess it was PulseCon,
Yeah.
and you could get them at GameStop here in Canada.
Really?
Yeah. Same with you could get Tully's Terrible Night. It was really weird how it was like I still ordered mine from Hasbro from Pulse, but I had no idea, and people were like, "Oh, look what's at GameStop," and it was just like a bunch of Tullys.
I like this Jason, the Oscar and bathtub play set. So that gets your Dana, your Oscar, and then you have the bathtub.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if it had like a little like pump, like snout spout, and but it you could put slime through it.
It squirts out little slime.
Little squirter of slime.
Gonna splash, mommy.
Yeah.
Which I gotta give Sigourney Weaver credit. Like, she's so quick to, like, getting down to her undies in any situation. Whenever she's facing the most dire of situations, either it's an alien that's gonna kill her or a tub full of slime, she's fine getting down to.
Dude, she's like, just seeing her like modeling photos and stuff too from like back in the day, like she ain't scared of that shit.
Yeah, heavy includes removable bra.
Yeah.
A lot of people talking about the 112th Ecto. I feel like that's a Comic-Con reveal for a HasLab. I don't know if that gets revealed at.
Yeah, because they're gonna save some stuff for Comic-Con, because we're getting up pretty close to that too.
It is. We're like a month away, right? So, or maybe a little bit more.
I'm trying to think of like what could, if they're not going to announce any toys, which we don't expect, we would dream to. Like even I would be like, if, like, let's say they said, "Hey, we're getting Ghostbuster reaction figures."
That's an easy one, right? Because that's like letting Super 7 do the dirty work. Hasbro's going to do anything.
That's right, but I don't know what their deal is exactly.
Yeah.
I kind of do, but I don't. So it's kind of like, I don't see that happening, but I would love to see it happen.
Yeah, I understand that most of the reaction stuff from Hasbro has been like their licenses, right? Their IP. But it would be really cool to get some reaction. I don't know. Like, if Super 7's doing it, we all want it. We just want the Ultimates RGB figures, Extreme Beauties, whatever. Like, that's what we really want. But
Yeah. But what I love about like Super 7 and when they do their Ultimate line too, it's never who you expect. It's not like NECA where it would be like the first 4 guys.
Yes.
NECA would be like, here's a People Buster. Here's Rosebud with his like that ghost with his sled.
Yep.
And then it would be what, but as Mrs. Rogers.
Ooh.
And then like Egon.
But that's like a 2-pack, right? You got Mrs. Rogers and what? Like you can't get.
Do you think you would? And then you would do a deluxe what? That's what I would do. Right, and then you do what? Like you do the other Super 7 like vehicles and stuff because it's huge.
Yeah.
You charge us $400, and then the third party will make one, and then we're just gonna have an army of what's, and it's gonna be the best day of my life.
Or you know what? I would love the what is the thing, Miss Haversham's attic, the thing when he's like the when he's on the hat stand thingy.
Yes,
it was so fucking creepy. That would be a cool.
Or the Doomsday door, that tree that talks to him. Do some weird stuff.
There's just so much. I mean, I of course there's these the Sam Hain, like there's so many, of course, like you gotta get Boogeyman, you gotta get Sam Hain, you gotta get all of these, but yeah, Ghost Pack, Library Ghost, Glary Brothers, Cab Driver.
Yep, give them all to me.
Yeah, but we're all agreeing that it would be cruel to make it a Comic-Con exclusive.
For now. Let's see what that entails. If they did it as a special box set with special packaging, then yeah, hang on. We got somebody checking in on us, Jay.
See, we knew it was gonna happen.
We knew he can't stay away. The guy's a workaholic.
He is.
You know, we try to tell him, like, yo, dude, take a day off. You're with your family. You know, like, you're with Jake.
You're talking about Ghostbusters. You knew it was a red line topic.
They're probably trashing another hotel room as we speak. Dirty little piglets. Here he is.
Well,
Goldberg.
The Tower Mountain has started.
Not fair.
We didn't make it to Space Mountain last week, but Tower Mountain is alive and well. You guys are doing an incredible job, and Ryan, I would not trust literally anybody else in the world to run Bootleg Ryan Doell Toy Anxiety other than you. So,
and JK.
And JK. No, yeah, I mean, I just wanted to say hi and say hi to my good friend Geek Dad Jay, and you guys are talking about all the big Ghostbusters toy reveals that are coming tomorrow.
Yeah, the big ones. They're official. They're officially announced. This is the big scoop. Sorry, Craig. I got an email from Eric Reich, and he just gave me the whole rundown of what to expect.
The Build-A-Janosch. I was in the shower watching, and you guys were talking about the Build-A-Janosch. So I was going to call in from the shower, but that we could save that for Extreme Toy.
Yeah, that's a good, like, really, if you're thinking about, like, how do you make up for taking 2 weeks off, you have to be live from the shower. I think that's
live from. Well, we've done a pool,
which is incredible, by the way. Can I just like appreciate the accomplishment of and the fact that you have like the remote to Jake like in the pool. It was fucking brilliant.
It was awesome. I've gone back and watched that a couple times, but no, it was awesome. We really haven't had like Ryan, when we did Toy Anxiety last week, we were like both clearly just exhausted. There's a really funny moment where Jay was like, "Oh, I'll join," and Ryan goes, "No, we're done." It's so funny.
Oh man, yeah. No. It's been a long couple weeks, man.
It has been.
I can't believe you all like did the trip back out to like California. Like I do not have that level of energy. I applaud you all for your.
I'm actually feeling. I just took a nap.
I slept for the whole week in between our last trip and this.
Yes.
I've only woken up to travel. That's great.
So no, I mean, guys, like I'm only gonna stay for a second. Do your thing, but we're super excited about tomorrow, and maybe there'll be some toy reveals. But I think it's safe to say we're gonna be learning some stuff tomorrow about what's gonna be happening with Ghostbusters, and that's always a really cool.
Wait, let's hear your predictions. Throw it out.
Yeah.
Well,
we know there's not going to be anything, so this is dream big.
Okay, if we're dreaming for toys, like let's keep it toy centric. This is Toy Anxiety. This isn't Ghostbusters Anxiety. That starts next year. I mean, you know, obviously the plasma series scale Ecto would be incredible, but I could see them doing it, but I just don't until they fulfill the other. You creeping in? Abby's like leaning in.
I keep creeping.
Abby's creeping in. By the way, I've got Jacob Walsh and AJ Quick over here.
Oh my god, that looks so suggestive that I love it.
That's what happens when you sign up for the GB fans contributing membership.
Yeah, AJ's like reaching in under the covers there. Like, what's going on? AJ Quick Job. That's what it's.
Oh my god.
Quick Job sounds like a G.I. Joe.
That's his G.I. Joe name.
No. Quick Job. Quick. No, I mean, I think I could see that HasLab, but I think they're going to want to fulfill the proton packs next year. First, I mean, I would love to see personally just another wave of plasma series, or even more Kenner retros or anything like that. I think there's plenty, even just from Afterlife. Like, it would be really cool to get a series of ghosts, right? It'd be amazing to get a Muncher, a Plasma series, Bug Eye Ghost, the Minor Ghost, an updated Gozer, updated Pterodon. I mean, I think there's a lot that you could do.
Yeah.
But I mean, we know that's probably not in the cards. I mean, it is what it is. Like, but that would be kind of I think that would be a cool dream scenario. If I'm dreaming.
Yeah, those are good dreams.
Yeah, those are really good dreams.
But obviously, what we really want, the real dream scenario would be real Ghostbusters Plasma series, or something like Super 7 or NECA doing a series of real Ghostbusters based on the show. I mean, I think we're going to get there eventually. I just don't know when.
Yeah.
Like, we've tried to connect those dots.
Mm-hmm.
We've run it up the chain as much. We don't have much pull, but whatever pull we've had, we've used it to try to get real Ghostbusters, Super 7s, and NECAs made. And I think, Jay, you kind of touched on it. I think when Hasbro owns the properties, like G.I. Joe, Transformers, things of that nature, it's easier for the licensing to work out because they have a lot to gain from it. But as of now, Hasbro's the master toy license, so I don't see another company doing that. But hey, how about Hot Toys? Can we get Ghostbusters Hot Toys, like real ones, not Blitzway?
Because
or Mego.
The Blitzway, I have the Peter, and it's just they're good, but they're not Hot Toys good. They're just like this close, and it's just like, and it's like that one thing just gnawing at me, like it's that close. Why isn't Hot Toys done this yet?
Do you want Hot Toys to start at the original movie, or we go?
I want them to start the first movie from 2016 and then move on to the new one.
Nice.
2021.
I would love a Kate McKinnon Hot Toy.
That's
true. Do you remember when Soldier Story Toys was supposed to do a bunch of Answer the Call figures, and they were gonna make like Kevin playing the saxophone and like it was, and they just never happened. But
yeah. No, we should try to find those. There's got to be prototypes somewhere.
That's true. Get them cheap right now and then resell them, or trade them for an ectoglowcopter at some point.
Speaking of rare things like ectoglowcopters, I left the room for 5 minutes earlier. I come back. Jake and AJ are watching Answer the Call. It's on FX.
Hey, you got to get hyped.
Everyone's okay. I just wanted to.
But I thought of Ryan immediately. I walked in and I saw Kristen Wiig like flying through the portal. And I thought of poor Ryan and his work in 2016. And then I walked in and AJ goes, "You're just in time." Oh man! No, tomorrow's gonna be fun, guys. We'll just stay tuned to YHS social media. We'll have updates, and if there's announcements during the day, we'll maybe do an emergency pod. And
we put our speculations up last night on Patreon.
Yeah, we do have a Patreon episode we put up last night that has some speculation about whatever these announcements are that are coming.
Well, we're putting ours out right now for free. So, with that,
if you would like Jacob Walsh to speak on the matter, it's going to cost.
That's right. If you want to hear the opinion of the YHS3, you have to. You have to pay $5.
News story. We sound like. Oh, never mind. Anyways, dude, Ryan. This is great. You guys have fun. I want to know who this special guest is joining us next week. This is very exciting. Let's get this like.
What are we at for likes? Because we've got 105 people watching. If we can get 100 likes,
we're at 66.
We're at 66.
Yeah.
All right. So we're almost there, folks.
34 people watching right now. You all need to hit that like button right now.
Yes, and I will give you a hint for what's happening next week, and it's gonna be sweet.
Hey, Geek Dad, question.
Yes.
Are you hosting a panel at Comic-Con this year?
Yes. Well, I haven't officially confirmed it yet, but I've done it for 16 years. But it's Lost related. It's not like toy related or anything.
That's amazing.
Dude, yeah, that makes
but you should make it for just do a history of McFarlane Lost figure.
Oh, dude, yes.
Standing, laying down. Let's talk about it.
Early standing.
All the female characters laying down.
Charlie.
I think Kate was going through like the bamboo or something.
Brush.
Like that,
Oh,
wasn't
okay. I'll give it to Kate. Okay.
she? Shannon was the laying on the beach in the bikini.
Of
Okay.
course it was.
Yeah.
And it makes so much more sense now given McFarlane's the recent revelations on.
Infamous.
Yeah, some poor 5-year-old got a Kate figure for Christmas. And he's just like,
You know
was
what
there
happened,
not
though?
any monsters? Is there not a Jake that turns into a monster truck?
Hey, you've heard George Carlin's classic bit, guys named Todd, right? So that tells you everything about Todd McFarlane. Oh man.
We're at 77 now. We're real like we're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit 100. I feel like
Listen, you guys have fun. We're gonna finally eat a dinner.
Ooh,
And
yes.
I look forward to hearing who the guest will be next week. This is gonna be great. Ryan's like the head booker now too of Toy Anxiety. This is
Yeah, thanks,
fantastic.
Ryan.
We gave him the pencil.
Yeah. and again, like I said, I'm not giving it back.
No,
I know. We know.
Ryan's like Jim Ross. There's gonna be like talent management meeting. The talents lined up down the hallway, waiting to have meetings with Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trying to
it'll.
push.
That's good shit.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Have fun.
Bye, Al.
All right,
Have
thank
fun.
you. Have fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
Okay, get out of here, Craig.
wait, I almost ended the broadcast. on that.
Watch. There we go. I booted him.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Craig and Abby and Jake. Have like the best time.
Jason asked if we get 100 likes, Geek Dad's gonna do a swear. I've been swearing. I've been peppering them in.
Dude, he has been. Actually, he's swearing more than I think I did last Sunday on his show.
Yeah.
Actually, it's like I was on the late night show, and here I am going, well, poopy darn, I'm excited.
Well, yeah, I felt like Matt Hatter's also a famous cursor. He was holding. I was like, no, it's this on this show. You can
Yeah.
fucking swear. Just let it fly.
Yeah, man, we got the case of the Sundays. We didn't want to swear.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, we're at 77 likes. So we're only 20 something away. 20.
Well, until then, I want to ask you,
yes.
have you heard about this new Ninja Turtles video game that's coming out?
So,
Shredder's
yes,
Revenge.
And I haven't given a shit about it until I saw that Toon style Shredder. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Right. Now I wasn't able to find a clear picture of it, unfortunately.
It's grainy no matter which way you shake it. I think
All
the
right.
one that Pixel
Then
Dan shared
guess what?
today,
We're
but
just
it's
gonna-
going around.
We're just gonna do it. We're gonna go on Toy News International for this one.
Yep.
And yeah, that's it, folks. That's as clear as day as you're gonna get this figure. Does Toy Biz or not Toy Biz? Does Playmates need to knock it off?
Well, like what? But I guess from what angle are you approaching this? Knock it off. Like stop knocking off their vintage figures, or
Yeah. Just stop repainting their and those other ones too. Those other 6-inch figures that they keep 2-packing with Cobra Kai and now Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, those are so bad. We talked about all our stuff, but that Playmates is a shell of itself when it comes to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like they're I don't know what the hell they're doing. And I know some people are upset that I threw shade on the game, but I don't have not to be cliche, Dad, but I don't have time for games. I barely have enough time to do the video shit, let alone play video games. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, so it is a little bit of a bummer we're not getting any figures done in that style.
Are you saying the
like of the video game? Because it's like it is cartoony and bubbly and very
But NECA did it. NECA did the arcade style, both Turtles in Time and TMNT, the arcade game, right? So
I mean, I guess that's true. I guess they could probably go into that, but from the sounds of it too, it sounds like that's kind of on hold for the Archie style comic stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I was not aware of that. What happened? Like the rights fall through?
It's not the rights. It's how they're like. Let's say so. The last time we had Trevor on from NECA,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
I was totally. It was my first time really getting to talk to Trevor, so I was just like grilling him. Like I was I was feeding him in the ribs with questions, right? Like, you know, why did this take so long? Are we still, we're getting that shark, and he's going to be done in that same tournament fighter style,
You're right.
paint
Yes,
job.
the loot crate
So
stuff.
are we continuing with that, or is that just a one-off? And he kind of explained like, we're going to focus on the animated stuff, which makes total sense because that's like their bread and butter.
Yep.
And I totally get that. But for me, the stuff that's got me the most excited is the Archie stuff, because that's the stuff that, even though I was like, I shouldn't say I've outgrown Turtles at that point.
Sure.
But I kind of was, because I was already at that point into X-Men.
Yep.
Spider-Man, Batman. I was Batman animated series. That was more my thing. But however, the Archie comics still kind of like still crept into my collection. And so to get the figures of those characters is what's got me super excited. And that's when I was like, but I also want the ones from like tournament fighters, because I'm a big fighting game nut as well.
Sure.
And so to me, I was like, I need more of those as well. So I can't have both, I found out.
Okay.
So their focus either goes on to one or the other.
Sure. And that makes sense, right? Like there's an oversaturation point, I assume. And they probably, whatever reason that is. But I'm kind of with you though. Like I feel like, and again, I think it's cliche to say, I want the Nights. Ooh, yes.
Yeah. Right. Multiplayer with your buddies. Open world. Great.
And but I wonder, like, I'm kind of like, there's nothing left in the Toon world that I want in that style. So like pivoting to something else like Archie comics, or even 2012 or 2003, was that the
it was 2012. The first like
the Nickelodeon one, the first Nickelodeon one.
Dude, so good.
Right.
Oh, the first. Yeah. You mean the 2003 one that came out around the same time as Masters?
Yeah. Either or, right? I think that series has a really awesome style that would be cool, and then the 2012 stuff would be cool. But I understand there's representation for 2012 a little bit. Wasn't there like SH Figure Arts versions of those characters and stuff?
They did, and I've never seen one in person.
Same. I had one ordered, and I bailed on Big Bad Toy Store. Like I did the pre-order, and then I chickened out for a second.
I am regretting, because I love that series a lot, and even the Playmates figures for that were so good.
They were really good. Like I was the 2012 Turtles. I bought at least every figure from the first year of that one, because they were great. I remember when they first started hitting Toys R Us's, I was on a business trip in Austin, Texas, and literally I just went to every Toys R Us in Austin, Texas, and bought every single figure from that first wave.
Yeah.
And I remember Colleen, she's like, "Really, Jay? You're out there fucking buying turtles? You're supposed to be there for work." I was like, "But I need these turtles."
Yeah.
Even in the hotel, I even made a little display of them in my hotel room, because I was there for like 2 weeks or something like that.
Why not? They were fun to play with. They looked great.
Yeah.
The only thing that always kind of bugged me was that the villains were never in scale.
No,
So they never did deluxe versions, which kind of sucked.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought a lot of the variations of the turtles. So I got like the LARPing turtles.
Sure.
The Dimension X turtles, the spiritual turtles.
Yeah.
Because they all looked great. I thought, like, I mean, if they had the same, if their retail toys, they were like what, $9.99?
Yeah.
Right. So of course you're gonna have the same kind of issue you might have had with the original toys, where like not every detail is painted.
Yes.
But they still looked great.
Yeah, and especially just the way they nailed the turtles, right? The articulation was awesome. You can get them in really cool poses. It was a really good line. It was a really, really good toy line. I think it's what made the was it Rise of TMNT, whatever that other one was so
that latest one.
Yeah. And I gotta be honest, I bought the Michelangelo from that way.
It comes with the skateboard.
Comes with the skateboard, exactly. But I didn't buy any others. That was the first time in my life that I did not buy all 4 turtles, was that toy line.
Okay, so I'm curious, because that show was completely different than anything else they made before it.
Yes.
And they almost had to do that because 2012 was so good
You're right. Yeah.
that they had to go do almost a complete 180.
Yep. Yep.
It's super hyper, super stylized,
Mhm.
super weird.
Yeah.
Why didn't it connect with you?
I think it was the designs, really. Like, to me, like, I understand it's the same problem comics have, right? I think it's any
Mhm.
continuing narrative. Eventually, you run out of stuff, or if you're doing a continuous storyline, it gets really convoluted, and nobody can just like jump in and be a part of it, right? So that's why
Right.
these things reboot, right? So I understand that. So I understand why they wanted to do something different. Totally okay with that. But it's just the designs, they didn't really connect with me as turtles. And not to be the I like turtles kid, but I really like turtles. And
Right.
so they just didn't connect to me as turtles. They just kind of looked like green people. And just so the Mikey was the only one that kind of looked like a turtle to me. Like the Raph didn't, like, I guess it's supposed to be
The
a
Raph was
snappy turtle.
huge.
Yeah, it was huge. Just didn't The designs just didn't connect with me.
To me, it kind of reminded me a mix of like the Michael Bay Turtles with Animaniacs.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's the only way I can
Yep.
compare it, which also makes sense because one of the showrunners was one of the voice actors from Animaniacs and, of course, the original Turtles and all of that as well.
Mhm.
Now I can't remember his name. I know what he looks like.
Ben Schwartz was the Leo, right? In that, or
Yeah,
because that's his whole thing, being all of the blue
he's
characters.
that's right.
That's his Leonardo. I still think his best performance out of all the blue characters. I know Sonic's amazing, but his Dewey Duck in the rebooted Ducktales is still, I think, Ben Schwartz's best blue character performance.
Let's segue into that. Since we're doing a whole episode of dreaming here, guys. This is a fever dream toy anxiety if I've ever had one. What I would love to see is like, we didn't get a lot of Ducktales from that new series.
Nope.
We got a lot of episodes. They
We
were
did.
amazing.
Yep.
I think it should have got a proper ending.
I think it did. It got 3
think so?
seasons, which is the Disney Channel standard, right? It did have a good
Yep.
ending, I thought.
I was kind of hoping they were going to do like they did with the classic 80s ones, give it a movie.
Yeah. But it kind of was.
It kind of was.
A 50-minute episode or something, maybe? I don't know.
I totally get that too. But there's still just that part of me that wanted like that larger than life, theatrical, like, oh my God, animation style look to it.
Yeah,
DuckTales
and having
has
that feel.
Yeah, DuckTales has that scope. And
Yep.
it's always kind of funny to me that it's like, out of all the things in Disney, the things that have like the most Indiana Jones, adventure, Pirates of the Caribbean style, or even James Bond in some aspects to it as well.
Sure. Yeah.
Is Donald Duck and Uncle Scrooge from, like, it's just
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. And I always kind of was like hoping we were gonna get like proper figures.
And it was so I got all of the first wave of those figures from wherever the fuck that company was.
Funko, wasn't it Funko that did?
No, it was like it was like Paradise Island or some shit like that. It was, I have the Scrooge. He's displayed. Where is it? Right there. Aha, there he is, right there. We're at 82 likes. Come on, people. We're less than we're 18 away. 18 away from 100. And Joel is going to reveal. Are you going to reveal, or at least severely?
I'm going to give a big hint
on the guests for next week's Toy Anxiety.
Correct. And if people guess it in the chat too, I will highlight it.
Fat Mojo, thank you, Simpsons Man 120. Fat Mojo was the company. And so they did the first wave, and I believe there was a second, almost the same as Playmates with their stuff. Like, there was a second wave they never got to. But the figures, the sculpting, I think, was fine, but the paint apps were sloppy. It was almost like the same thing that happened with Toy Biz's DC license, where it was like, oh, we got a real license, but we don't know what to do. We're still too young to figure this one out.
Right. To me, it almost seemed like an obvious one.
Yeah.
Especially when you got characters like Gyro, Gear Loose. You've got, like, to me, it's again, this is where the Disney geek in me kind of shines a little bit,
Yeah.
because like Goofy has family. We
Mhm.
know this. We know
Yep.
that Mickey Mouse has family, but they're very surface level,
Mhm.
if that makes sense, right? Like
Yeah.
we know with like Goofy, there's Max,
Yep.
there's some estranged partner he had at some point who's a complete mystery, which could be its own show.
Mhm. Yep.
And
But that's the Disney move, right? There's just a parent that died or something. They're just not there anymore.
correct. And we're not gonna get into it.
Where they're gonna show you murdering them, or we're not gonna talk about it at all.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it's always what's fun to me is that the Ducks have like they have a full on
Mm-hmm.
family tree,
They
and
do.
there's depth, and there's like
Mm-hmm.
characteristics and personalities and relationships, and
Yeah. Yeah,
so
but that comes from the old Donald Duck and Uncle Scrooge comics, right? Like, I
yes,
think
yep,
that's what the show, the reboot did really well, is it pulled from all of the mythologies of the 80s Ducktales, the original comics, and
and just even Disney Afternoon.
Disney Afternoon. They just kind of like mixed it all together, took the best parts of all of it, and then just made a new show with it. And it was really good. The showrunners that I really liked what they said is they wanted to do with Donald Duck what Goof Troop and a Goofy movie did for Goofy, right? Where
Yep, and
you
it
actually
worked.
made him a compelling parent, and I think they accomplished that, like, across the board. They brought in Della Duck. Like, it was so cool, and it's just such a bummer that toy line didn't really. I wish it would have went to a different toy maker that could have made it last a little bit longer.
Yeah, like I know Tony Taylor wasn't making toys then, but he should be making them now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could go on for it forever, but
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, nope. I say give me some more of those if Disney ever decides to go back to it. They are going to open up a DuckTales ride at Epcot.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't. I'm not as in tune with the Disneyland verse.
So which is like crazy to me because the show's been done for like a year.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Right? And now they're going to do a ride. I don't know what it's replacing. But to me, I say, hey, if this means more DuckTales merchandise or whatever, bring it on.
I'm all for it. Like, there was just way too little, and there's just so many. Again, there's I feel like the demand is there. I think it's kind of like I bought that Beast Kingdom Darkwing Duck. It's just like it's weird how Disney is so, I don't know. They just don't. There's not a lot of it. It's kind of weird. Especially because just Disney merchandises themselves so much. It's so
Yes.
weird that Disney Afternoon is such an underrepresented toy category.
You know what? I think I should ask Yoko. She works for Super 7. She's like one of their
Mhm.
brand managers.
Yeah.
I should see what their deal is with Disney with that. I did find out though that they don't have the rights to do Disney princesses.
Interesting. Okay, that makes sense because I think Mattel has that, right? Or
Right,
something?
because it's a completely different brand, and I
Yeah.
highly doubt Mattel wants to share any of
Oh
that.
no. Mm-mm.
Right, and I get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I am kind of curious if if they can do that, or even just like David said here with the new
Yeah.
Chippendales movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would love that.
Can I just I want Ugly Sonic. Like, at this point, like I bought all the Sonic 2 figures and stuff, but I need that ugly Sonic.
Ugly
in
Sonic,
FBI.
Tigra,
Yes.
give me her as well. Right, give me the whole San Diego Comic-Con crew if they need to, and
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
know, yeah, that movie was great, and it was way better than I
Yeah.
had any right to be.
Exactly. And there's a lot of people that were concerned. And years ago, I befriended Tad Stones, as Disney Afternoon guy, showrunner, creator of Darkwing Duck. And he was involved, or they kind of looped him into things. He was like, it's going to be good. I promise you it's going to be good. I was like, all right. I trust you, Tad.
Yeah.
And it turned out really good. He was the voice on the phone. They had him do a cameo, offering the deal for, I think, Chip and Dale to do Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. The guy on the phone was Ted Stones.
that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool how much the Lonely Island really cared about all of the minutia of Disney Afternoon. Like,
It's not even just the minutia of Disney Afternoon, but I
Mhm.
noticed too. This is something I kind of was asking people like that don't work in the industry of animation.
mhm.
Like, did you find it as funny as I did? Because
Yeah.
there's so many deep cuts
Oh yeah.
and references to just the industry and how it works and how reboots work and
Mhm.
uh, everything that goes into play with that. And
Yeah.
yeah, I was super curious to whether or not
I
people.
and to me, it's a miss that they did it on Disney Plus only because I think that could have been a Sonic-esque successful movie in movie theaters, right? Like even
Yep.
as a parent, it's like it's hard to find those movies that you want to take the kids to that also the parents can enjoy. Sonic is that kind of it's one of those kind of perfect movies that has something for everybody. And I think Chip and Dale, like it kind of hit all of those points. And it's also a bummer it only went Disney Plus because there's the merchandising opportunities, especially with all the Disney properties. Roger Rabbit shows up in there. There's just so many things that could have been on shelves, that should have been on shelves if it was a main kind of theater
Just
release.
it would have been cool to see like Baloo, but
Yeah,
CG Baloo with his like
yeah,
pilot hat and
yes,
his coat,
yes.
right?
I like there's just it's a bummer. I don't know if they got scared or they really wanted a good thing to have on Disney Plus. Like I don't know how this whole thing works, but
I don't either anymore, to be honest.
yeah.
And sometimes like I noticed with myself when I work because I work for Sony and I know
Mhm,
we were working on things that were meant to be or meant to have theatrical
mhm.
releases.
Yeah.
Mitchell's versus the Machines, Vivo.
Mhm,
I don't think Jacob and the Sea Beast, which the trailer dropped today, so check
mhm,
that out if you get a chance to. Um, but those two for sure, they were supposed to have theatrical release originally.
mhm.
And Netflix was like, "How about we pay you a lot of money to not?"
Yeah. Yeah.
So that happens too, and
Mhm.
that could very well be the case there as well.
Yeah. And maybe that's what it was. But Netflix is a little bit different because they're like going out and buying things. Disney just owns it outright. Like it's their own stuff. So it's just I
Yeah.
mean, Warner Brothers did the same thing with HBO Max, I guess. But I don't know. It's interesting. The recent kind of struggle, I guess not struggles, but Netflix's stuff. Um, I don't want to say fall from grace, but just like the hits they've taken recently is like, is this model actually viable? And it'll be curious to see like how this all pans out.
Well, I think too once the studios that were providing all the stuff for Netflix
Mm-hmm.
were like, "We got money, we can do this too."
Yeah,
And I
pretty
think
much.
that at that point, once they realized they could do it, I think
Mm-hmm.
that was it. I think that's where Netflix. I think that's when we started to see things like Stranger Things come out.
Yep.
They had to start getting their own stuff out
Oh
there, and
yeah.
they had to make it good.
Like, why you bring up Stranger Things? Stranger Things 4, incredible. We still have 2 episodes left. It was amazing.
Yeah, I only started the first episode last night, and
Okay,
I was like, "Okay, I don't need nightmares."
yeah, right, it's scarier. It is
It is,
scarier, and I
yes,
don't like scary shit, um, but it is this thing where Stranger Things, like they did end caps and shit like that, but not really any figures for series or season 4.
not
It's
yet.
those
But
and I saw a friend, Toy Shiz did he got all of the Kenner Sprite features
nice, yep,
figures.
the Target exclusives.
But the end caps for the Stranger Things at all of my targets are still the 11 and then Dustin figures. And I still haven't seen any of the other ones yet, and they look so fucking ugly, but I want them.
They're awesome because they're so ugly.
Oh yes.
Right? It's like when you see like one of those like American burgers where they use like fried chicken for buns instead of instead of bread, where it looks so disgusting you have to try it.
I love that you as a Canadian was like, those American burgers with meat is a bun.
Where
It's like,
where
yeah,
meat
he's
is the
right.
bun and your patty is like a hot dog wrapped in a donut. You know,
But it's like, damn, he's right. He is right.
but we all try it. I mean, your tacos are made out of Doritos. Like, it's amazing.
They stopped doing that, I think. The Dorito one stopped. We're 89 likes, 11 likes away, everybody. We're at 92 watching right now. We're gonna have to eke this one out. I don't know.
We might have to. We need a Star Court mall play set. Do you know what we need? We need vintage G.I. Joe style O-ring Stranger Things figures.
So you're going O-ring with Stranger Things?
Yeah, I'm going full on O-ring.
Okay.
And then that way you have that size. So you can have like, this is gonna be so dumb, but I don't care.
Okay.
I want Billy's car.
I
want Billy and his car. And plus, when you have it that size too, you can do the bigger creatures and the.
You're right. The Mind Flayer. I mean, that's the only like super big one. The Demogorgon.
Everything else is like a dog or person size, right?
Yeah, the new bad in season 4, Vecna, I think they're calling him. That's a bit bigger than human size.
Right.
But I feel that. I feel like the 3 3/4 inch scale is the best. But I think there's this thing that's happened with the reaction series that's misses the mark for me sometimes, that, I do think the O-ring 3 3/4 inch is the pinnacle of 3 3/4 inch, not Star Wars. Not to say I don't like Star Wars.
Nope, I'm with you. Yep.
Because it's just like it is the best, and that's the thing. I think that while some of the reaction stuff is amazing, the Roger Rabbit stuff is amazing. Like, there's some that are really, really cool. But it's like, I wish we would have leaned into the O-ring more, because it's a better toy.
It is, and it's just they just look cool, and they got swivel arms, everything else. And I think the Kenner style, original vintage style Star Wars figures have their place.
Yep.
But if they said, "Hey, we're gonna make retro style Big Trouble Little China," I would want my Jack Burton to be more like a G.I. Joe, than a Star Wars.
Absolutely. And maybe it's because of the production of it, or then they just don't want to. I understand that, like, 5 POA is probably a lot easier to make.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it, but I wish somebody, like, nobody's done it yet, really, save for Hasbro very slowly going back to the G.I. Joe O-rings. But nobody's really, like, said, you know what? We're not doing Star Wars style. We're doing fucking G.I. Joe Real American Hero style with our whatever property we're doing a retro series with.
Right. I would be totally down with. I do wish they would do, go into the O-ring, definitely. Like, and I think, and I kind of wish, I wish Hasbro would just do that more in general.
They can't even do it with the damn G.I. Joes. They're doing a soft reboot now, so.
Yeah, and because everybody wants them, they realize there's money there.
We'll see how it plays out. Do you think Stranger Things will cover the 90s era? They're only at 86, right? I think there's only one more season left, so I don't think they will.
I don't think so.
No, unless they did like a flash forward or something.
If they do, well, they're growing up so fast. Like, what's her face? Bobby Brown.
Billy Bobby Brown, yeah.
Yeah, she looks almost 30. And it's weirding me out. I don't like it. Right?
I'm uncomfortable.
But I would love it if they finish it off with 89 and the Summer of Batman.
Ooh. That's
because it would cap things off too, because you'd be getting Ghostbusters 2 references, and you'd be getting Batman references.
That's a really good point, right? Because what I loved about season 3 was it was the summer of 85. So you had the Back to the Future in there, like 85, such a pinnacle year. 84, I mean, 82, 84, 85. Aliens is 86, but like 89 is a big pop culture year. I think you're right.
Yep. So I think if they ended it there, it's 86 now.
Yeah.
So it would be their graduating year, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You're on the money. It's going to be 89. And what other, if season 5 is the last season, you want the last season to be the last year of the 80s, right? Like it's too perfect.
It
really
does. It honestly fits itself, and it's just like
Yeah.
they could be the class of 89.
Yep.
You got that one last bad guy, and then plus I've only watched one episode. I already see where things are going,
Sure.
and it's already like, oh, you're gonna have to eventually bring everything back.
Yeah,
And,
I'll be curious. Like, I don't want to say anything, but so the last 2 episodes are coming out July 1st, so you're kind of left a bit of a cliffhanger here with these episodes. But yeah, if the next season is the last season, which I believe it is, I'd be curious to see how they kind of land that plane. But this season, I'd argue, is the best since the first season.
Right. Yes. Oh, we have a super chat.
Ooh.
What is going on here? David, what version of X-Men do you want in the MCU? Jeez, that's a loaded question. Because it's easy to say 90s. It's very easy
my
just
heart
to say
went. My heart went 90s, like immediately.
like it's the what do you do? Do you do the Jim Lee team straight up? Do you do the 92 cartoon team?
Yeah.
Either way, I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Mm-mm.
For me personally, I would do something I'd want to do something a little different, something earlier on.
Like, are you doing giant size or
Like almost like giant size, where it starts off like big villain, big death right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
However, we've kind of seen, like, for how long did Fox have X-Men? Too damn long, right?
Yep.
And we never, like, the Rogue we got was not Rogue. I'm sorry. Anna Paquin, you're a great actress and everything else you've done, fantastic. But you pretty much played Kitty Pryde with a bad Southern accent. And
she's an Oscar winner, okay? An Oscar winner.
Listen, it's not her fault. And but I think at the end of the day, I think, like, yeah, they gave us all this stuff, but I want the full-on team, and I think that's what people have been waiting for. Fans that have been X-Men fans for 30 years, they want that short run, yellow and blue Wolverine. They want that Jean with the ponytail.
Yep.
They want that Rogue where her hair is bigger than her ass.
Yep.
They want that Gambit, that sleazy cigarette smoking, like, he's hot, but you shouldn't, but you're gonna, right?
Like Sawyer from Lost, right? It's like that's what you
that's what you're gonna get. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly it, right? And and we want that Jubilee. We can. I love Nightcrawler. I love Kitty Pryde. I love all these. Like, I could name X-Men forever.
Sure.
We can bring them all in later. And I think that's what's great about characters like the Avengers and like the X-Men. You can start small, and then you can absolutely make it explode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
100%. Yeah, I agree with you. Nightcrawler is my favorite X-Men. X-Man? X-Man.
Yes. My favorite mutant.
Favorite mutant, thank you. Yours is the same as mine. Is it because of the arcade game? Is that what?
Yeah. Well, okay. So no. So I started. It was the Marvel cards.
Oh, okay. All right.
And for some reason, I gravitated to him. And I just started reading X-Men at that time, but I haven't discovered Excalibur yet.
Okay.
X-Men or Marvel Series 1 comes out, and I'm like, who is this? He doesn't look like anything I've ever seen.
Yeah. And
just connected with it. Then they had the team card came out. There was 2 different X-Men team cards. One had him on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's an X-Men? Right? 11-year-old me lost his mind. Then I was kind of like directed by somebody at school, like, hey, there's like a store in the city, because I grew up on a farm. They were like, yo, there's a store in the city that just specifically sells comics. And then that was it. That was it. It was game over. After that, I haven't stopped reading comics since.
That's awesome.
It was
so
game
now
over.
Like, he's your entryway into comic book reading?
It was Jim Lee's art in X-Men. So before, or Uncanny X-Men. So this was like even a year before X-Men #1. So when I went into comics, it was kind of like, oh, look at this art.
Yeah.
Lost my mind. I bought it. My mom hated it. because it was like Savage Land Rogue on the cover. My mom was like, "What is this? Why is this in our house?" Right? And then that was it. I started buying the cards after that to find because that was my Wikipedia.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Had to know who everybody was. Then I discovered Tim Drake. And then once I discovered the comic Excalibur that had Shadowcat, Megan, Captain Britain, Nightcrawler, Rachel Summers Phoenix. That was it. It was game over. That was my comic. That was my team.
That's
then that arcade game came out based on Pride of the X-Men. I knew exactly which center side on the right to put my coin in so I could play as Nightcrawler. And and like even Nightcrawler got to be in that first wave of X-Men figures, and I was just like, everything's coming up, Doell.
And that's kind of, it was just this sequence because I had the Pride of the X-Men tape, the arcade game, and the first wave Nightcrawler figure. Like it's just, it kind of, and that's all brown suit Wolverine is always the one. While I blue and yellow and blue, I will acquiesce is probably the most iconic, but the brown suit I'm more connected to because of that sequencing of Pride of the X-Men arcade game and the first.
Same here because of the cards, the Jim Lee time where it's that brown Wolverine with Captain America and Black Widow on the cover, and it's that's, I'm totally right there with you, and that was my entry point into comics, and I never veered off. And I've never looked back, and now I make their damn movies.
What have I done? We're at 93 likes. 7 away. Seven away,
but we have 94 people watching. You know what? If we can get one more like in the next,
we should go for 100. Why not?
Okay, let's do it then.
The way this YouTube live stream works, sure, there's 93 now, but it maybe is not the same 93 that have already given likes.
Okay,
so
then we're gonna stick to
100. We can do this. We're at 94 now. We're at 94. We're only 6 away.
Yes.
Should we do like toys pickups? I got a couple.
Oh yeah, we could do some toy pickups.
Buying some time. But
before you do that though, I'm curious. Like, what was your first gateway into comics? Like, you said it was did you start buying comics at any point, or were you still just
it was definitely 89 Batman, the 89 Batman movie, and getting those figures and stuff like that. And my dad, my parents split up when I was very young, and so
2 Christmases, yo.
2 Christmases, and my dad, even though it was like he was the every other weekend Tuesday evenings dad, but it kind of played that Disneyland dad role where it's like, okay, we're gonna go to the mall, we're gonna go pick up this Toy Biz Batman, and there's a comic shop here, so, and I was just like, oh, this guy, this is so cool. It's like, well, there's a comic on that, so then we go get the comic, and then just kind of the toys comics connection in that era, like 89, and so that's where just that period, and probably some of you is just like the Batman animated series, like all of this X-Men and the Batman of that time just really kind of came together with toys and comics and everything, and
there was a beautiful mix there. Because you never heard any, how now it's just like, oh, I hate DC because their movies suck. And then people are just like, I love DC because Snyder's a visionary and Marvel's just for kids, right? Back then, we didn't have that because both Batman animated series and the X-Men at that time never talked down to us.
No.
And speaking of Batman animated series, after we talked with Mad Hatter, I decided there's one figure from The Adventure Continues I haven't found yet. Turns out he was on Amazon and on sale for the same price as just a regular figure.
Woo!
Bat.
Oh shit!
Super Bat Armor Batman.
Oh, that's a good pickup.
And he's chunky. He is big. I should have guessed he was going to be this big, but I love I love that Bruce Wayne head.
Yes. And it's
That
just it's a good like smirk too. It's a good like don't fuck with me.
and that's kind of the one thing I wish the line had, where I wish they never stopped making them. And I know for a fact that this was a toy line from with DC Direct that would like,
Mhm.
that's it, we're gonna cancel it. Oh no, the demand's there. I guess we'll do some more.
Yeah.
And we're gonna cancel it. Oh, people are upset. We're gonna keep doing some more. And I was always really hoping we were gonna get like a Dick Grayson figure with him in the red vest, Bruce Wayne in the
Mhm.
brown suit, Summer
Yep.
Gleason, the news reporter. Like,
Mhm.
I was just kind of hoping we were gonna get some of these like other characters that
Yeah.
were just in their civvies,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
Harleen Quinzel from,
Oh, sure.
you know, I know. I sit there. I dream about. This is what I do. Instead of appreciating what I have, which is amazing,
It is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I still sit there and go, "Well, how come I don't have?"
Yep.
I need to stop that
It's true.
because my animated collection is something of beauty, and I'm very proud of it, and it makes me very happy. So
That's a good pickup right there.
yeah. So
Mm.
that is one of mine. Yeah, go for it, Jay. What did you?
Let's see. Mine's not as cool. But I've been slowly like amassing these Lightyear figures, like in anticipation of doing a video about them. The movie comes out in like a week. I gotta do that video, I guess. But I found this crystal grade Buzz Lightyear, and he's like kind of crystally. He's like shiny, you know.
Are they, does Buzz Lightyear have the what's the word I'm looking for? Could he be the next Kenner Batman?
Kind of, like there's all these variants, and I left it upstairs. I found this morning a glow in the dark variant. There's like a glow in the dark Buzz Lightyear, and the green glows in the dark.
I need to
The way
start
they're
buying
doing the
these toys.
packaging, like, so this is crystal grade Buzz Lightyear, and then the glow in the dark one is like green. It says glow in the dark Buzz Lightyear, and it's just like,
I love it.
Fucking cool shit. So like Mattel, like there's Mattel has the Lightyear stuff, Jurassic Park, He-Man,
Yep.
and the pegs are stacked because they're like trying to promote these movies where, I don't want to shit too much on Hasbro, but there's like, I don't know, 3 Star Wars figures, a Star Wars Poppet, and like, I don't know, some Marvel Legends on a peg. Like, come on, like Mattel is.
You can pre-order everything for Hasbro. But I mean, like, but you're right. I think Mattel is killing it on the shelves.
They are
right now.
They really are. Hold on, I'm trying to. My headphones only go so far. I have one more other thing I want to share. But anyway, I can't hear you if you are talking. Where's this going? There we go. Right there.
It's all good. You're good.
But anyway, I'm excited for this movie. Like it looks cool. Chris Evans, America's Ass. Can't wait to see this film.
Same here. Comes out next week, folks. We don't work for Disney, but I will be happy enough to promote that. If you're going to make good toys, I will 100% plug
and
your movie.
they're doing this scale. They're doing like Micro Machines scale, but with ships the little figures can go into. And they're doing like 6-inch scale collector figures and 12-inch. Like they're going all out. Like in this day and age, I appreciate swinging for the fences like toys did in the 80s and 90s. Like it just doesn't happen that much anymore.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I think we need to have more of that.
Yeah, really.
How come we don't have Arctic Blast Attack Ian Malcolm yet? Where's that?
It needs to happen. In fairness, I think Mattel knows where its bread is buttered on Jurassic Park, which is just give me some fucking cool ass dinosaurs.
That's true.
Maybe a few humans that they can eat.
That's it. They need to do. I think it would be really cool if they started bringing back like they had like a villains line of poachers before the Lost World came out.
Yeah, I remember that. Yes,
and I think they need to bring that back a little bit.
Yes. Oh man, just that 90s Kenner. They just fucking did weird ass shit. And it was amazing.
They didn't care.
They didn't.
They really had the license, and I was like, we're gonna make Buff Nedry.
Yeah.
And he's gonna come with a bazooka that shoots 12 nets.
They didn't give 2 shits, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
And you would go to KB Toys and get like 3 of them for $5. It was awesome.
Yeah, why not? You have an army of Nedries.
Mm-hmm. I got one more thing. Do you have more things to share?
I have.
Okay.
Gosh, I have not talked this much in a long time. I can feel it. I wanted to show off a couple things I picked up at Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah. So jealous. Like,
It was good. You know what? I didn't find a lot that I was looking for.
Okay.
There wasn't a lot of vendors, like compared to past years.
Interesting. Okay.
And I don't know if that's necessarily a COVID thing, a travel thing, which it could have been.
Or this is my thing with those types of events, those venues. And same thing's happened to San Diego Comic-Con. It's so expensive to get a booth.
Right, that too.
That you have to sell an insane amount of merch to even break even. And like there's so few vintage people at San Diego Comic-Con because like it's $7,000 or $10,000 for this little booth. That means I have to sell through $10,000 worth of vintage toys before I even break even.
Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it.
No.
So, but compared to Chicago, which was the last celebration,
Mm-hmm.
and Orlando before that, I felt like there was a quarter of
Yeah.
the vendors that we had before.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, I did some bundling.
Okay. Always bundle.
Always bundle, folks. If you
Mhm.
can, bundle it. I picked up these two from Attack of the Clones. So I got Anthony Daniels' character from the bar.
Yes.
Because I love when characters come with pieces of a bar and drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a companion piece to that, which is Ahmed Best.
Oh, that's amazing. Yes.
Right? And he's even called right? So one comes with the blue drink, one comes with the red drink. So the only two I'm missing from the bar is the Death Sticks dealer, and there's like some Twi'lek.
I was gonna say, like, do you have the Death Sticks guy? Because that's got to be the.
I do have the Obi-Wan though that comes with the bar, and he's
okay.
So and you can connect it all together, so it's almost like a build a play set.
Yes.
And again, I wish they would do more of that. So, and I was mostly looking for Cantina characters to fill my bar with. Couldn't find them.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the set that was like the separation of the twins.
Mm-hmm.
You could get Bail Organa with baby Leia and Obi-Wan with baby Luke. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see any of those there either. Because now we're, the baby Grogu effect. We need a baby version of everything.
Yeah, I wonder, has the Bail Organa with baby Leia, is that shot up?
I haven't looked, and I don't even want to know. And here's what's crazy is that even before Obi-Wan came out, and when I was making my celebration list, that was on my list without even knowing.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I just need it. I did score a Bail Organa, though.
Nice.
While I was there, because I was like, I just need it. I mean, again, if you're going to bundle up and just get a bunch of cheap figs, go for it.
I love how Attack of the Clones, you have these very classy blue cards, but then Revenge of the Sith is like, fuck it. It's a fucking Vader head with flames and shit.
Oh, dude, it's outrageous.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good because the cheese factor is high.
Oh, it's so, yeah, it's what was it, 2003? No.
5.
Attack was 03. Was it 02, 04?
02. So this is 05.
Oh, yeah. Every prequel movie, I went out and bought as many of those damn things as I possibly could.
Oh, dude. We're at 104 likes. So hang on. We'll finish this up.
Oh, we will. But thank you for getting those likes in.
Yes, thank you.
You have proven that we don't need Craig for making toy. I'm kidding.
We do need Craig.
Yeah, need Craig. You need Craig.
Yes. And it's what I loved about Revenge of the Sith, because remember how when episode 1 came out, it was like a big merchandise explosion.
Yep.
They shot themselves in the foot. When Attack of the Clones came out, yes, there was a lot of stuff, but you could definitely tell they scaled down the amount of merchandise that came down at that time.
Well, yeah, there's no way they could have matched the merchandise for.
And then when Revenge of the Sith came out, they went full on out again.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really felt like they were like, well, people got mad at us for not having enough. So,
But even
they went-
still, they had less for attack. But like I'm going back into my mind palace.
there's still
and
lots.
there was compared to today. It was still a pretty good like aisle of.
Don't ever compare Star Wars of yesteryear to today. You can't do it. Like I said, I still think 10 years ago, in 2012, 2010 to 2012,
Mm-hmm.
I still think is some of their best years of Star
Oh,
Wars
yeah.
collecting
Oh,
because all the
absolutely.
movies were out.
Mm-hmm.
You could get anybody,
Yep.
like
Yep.
any character. And they were re-releasing like old
Yeah.
Owen Lars and
Yeah.
young Owen Lars. Like
Yep.
everybody was getting re-releases. And they were doing army builders galore.
Yep.
You could always find a clone trooper. You could always find a
Mhm.
stormtrooper.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think if you had to like quantify like the pinnacle of the modern Star Wars era, I think you're right because the big Millennium Falcon, like when
Yep.
and when was that? What year was the big Millennium Falcon? Was that
I want to say 2010,
the Legacy Falcon?
2009, 2010, 2011.
Like to me, that was when they were like, "Fuck it!" Like the original mold for the Falcon broke. Let's just make this insane Millennium Falcon. Let's give every figure you ever needed. Like it was just,
Yep.
it was amazing. Like and I didn't appreciate it at the time. I was like, "Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, we're always gonna have this." And now it's like
we got like
I
big scale. We got big scale AT-AT walkers.
Yeah. Yep.
We were getting all of it. We were getting what was another one? This is one. Here's now that you've clicked memory, here's a
Mhm.
holy grail that I missed.
Okay.
It was a 5-pack of Ewoks, Toys R Us exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of it being just the regular Ewoks we usually get,
Yep.
it was the 5 from the animated series done in a realistic style. So you could get Princess Nisa that looked like a
Mhm.
realistic Ewok with the pink hood.
Yeah.
It was Wicket with the green hood.
Mm-hmm.
It was Tebow with his other, there they were. They were all
Yeah.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
And they had so many. And I did that typical dumbass thing a lot of us collectors do when we still have trouble breaking from it is there's so many here.
Yeah.
Why would I
Yeah.
get it?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's like, it'll be here next time I get,
Mhm.
I'll get this thing first
Yeah.
because I only see one of it. And then
Mhm.
you go back the next time and they're gone.
Yeah. Oh, that's the hurt. Like
Mhm.
you had your chance, you passed, and then you go and you're like, ah shit, you know what? I need it. Let me just go back and get it. And it's not there. Oh, that hurts so bad.
Now, granted, what I picked up instead wasn't so bad.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It was the Revenge of the Sith Hut Slayer Leia
Ooh, okay. That's a good one. That's a good one.
on the vintage collection card. So
Mhm.
that was a good one. And I don't understand why I just didn't buy it all there that day. I think I was just like having one of those, like, you know what? I'll just treat myself and just get one. And then the next time,
Yeah.
because you're trying to be responsible as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Never again.
So many of those moments, especially of that era, because I was so goddamn poor. And I wish, old current me could have been back then, because I could have gotten a lot more cool shit.
Yeah. Yep. They all had interchangeable hoods, so you could have ones from the movies and the cartoons. This is. Do you have anything else that you need to show off, sir? Before
one more
go
thing.
on?
And we'll
do a
close with
hint.
the big reveal. I've also been amassing the Sonic 2 stuff, and this is the last thing I needed. They say they don't do play sets anymore, but they did a couple. They did one for Sonic 2. This giant Eggman robot play set. The one bummer with it, though, is the Sonic is a smaller scale than the normal release Sonic, but still, it was like the last piece I needed from all of the Sonic 2 releases. They did an airplane, a biplane, this thing, and then 4 figures. They did Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and the Jim Carrey Robotnik.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I'm kind of pumped. I may do this review whenever I do it with my son Zach, who really is fallen in love with the Sonic stuff. which is cool because I was a Genesis kid. I was NES and then went to Genesis, and we were Genesis
Sega.
forever. Yeah, I was a Sega guy till Dreamcast.
I was Super Nintendo. Then I went to Dreamcast.
You went Super Nintendo to Dreamcast?
I went Super Nintendo to Dreamcast.
Wow, that was a transition.
But I also had an N64.
Okay.
Because I had to play Star Wars.
Of course.
Right? Had to. But I needed to have a Dreamcast because it had all those Capcom fighting games that looked like they were just pulled out of the arcade.
Yeah. Like Crazy Taxi. There's so many games that were just like, it's never going to get better than this.
Actually, I honestly thought so. I remember playing Sonic for Dreamcast and being like, when the orca comes over top when you're running, and I was like, how are we going to get any better than this as a society, as a race of humans? We have reached peak technology.
Yes.
Nothing's ever going to stop it. This is it. I don't care what kind of cell phone I have.
Except PlayStation 2, like a year later.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I can burn games for my Dreamcast. Oh dear. Here we go. But I love Dreamcast. I love the controller.
Yeah.
I still think it's one of the best controllers ever made.
Oh, I love the Dreamcast controller. And then the Sonic game, you could have like a fucking Tamagotchi that like connects, and then you take it out the little Chia things or whatever those were.
And dude, you could use that also on Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you could actually see, like, oh, dude, come on.
Oh, it was. No controller has like been that outlandish since. Like maybe say Xbox had the fucking bear controller, but it was awful. But like the Dreamcast controller
was actually comfortable.
Tried as hard as that one,
and it's comfortable.
Yes, the triggers on the Dreamcast controller.
Right. Power Stone was another good fighting game for Dreamcast. Like I could go on and on about Dream because if that was going to be their swan song and Sega's out of consoles.
Yeah.
Then you ended on a pretty damn high note.
Yeah, agreed.
Right, so it's pretty good. So should we get on with this hint?
Woo! Let's final tally the likes. 107 likes.
Oh, everyone who watched it, everyone that hit that like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, it means a lot. And so with that, you get your hint. If you watched the debate against Jay and myself with Playmates versus Toy Biz, this special guest star had my back.
Oh.
And that is who next week's.
Damn. Okay, so had your back. I'm trying to remember who you had. Toy Shiz backed you.
Right.
Who else was Toy Biz? Trying to remember now. You're gonna like reveal.
This was like your own. This is like
that was
your own thing.
I think it was Toy Shiz. There was like two Toy Bizzers. It was Toy Shiz and fuck. I can't remember.
Okay.
I have to go back and watch it. Oh my god.
But yes, that's who's coming on next week.
Well, that's exciting.
And yeah, it's I know I'm excited.
Yeah,
because this is someone I've been wanting to talk to forever.
Oh, Ryan Ting. Oh shit, that actually makes more sense. David, thank you for calling. I forgot Ryan Ting was also on your side. Yes. Damn, if that's your guest, Ryan Doell, that's a damn good guest.
That's a good get.
That's a high level get right there.
Correct. So, yeah. So next week. As far as it stands right now, yeah,
woo.
That's who's coming on next week, and it's expect a lot of comic talk. Expect a lot of trading cards, all that. You got a taste of it tonight with Jay and I, and it's probably gonna get even we're probably gonna dig a little deeper next week as well. I apologize ahead of time to Craig and Abby and Jake, who are going to have to suffer through this. I mean, come on.
It's gonna be a great show, epic show. Mark your calendars next Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right? Hopefully,
Correct.
same time. Yeah.
And don't forget, also next week, Extreme Toy Anxiety, the after show, will return for our patrons. That's starts off at $5. That gets you into the door. That's your
It's
ticket
so
to
cheap,
ride.
right? I started up a Patreon a couple months ago, and so thankful everybody has contributed. But like you all, like there's just such a back catalog to the YHS Patreon that the $5, the $5, the $10, whatever you're doing, you're getting access to years of content.
It's
years.
True.
So while the Extreme Toy Anxiety is great and it's worth the $5 alone, there's years of content you can tap into for literally less than any toy that's on a shelf right now.
Right. And for anyone who missed it earlier when Craig was on, they just added something onto the Patreon today, which was them, the Yes Have Some 3, giving their predictions of what the announcement's going to be for tomorrow's Ghostbusters Day. They're there right now in Clover City.
Mm-hmm.
Right by the studios there at Sony, by Ghost Corps. They're going to be there tomorrow for all the big reveals and announcements. They made their predictions. Go check it out. These are people that are going to have educated guesses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I talk about exclusive. Like that's a good exclusive. Like hopefully it's in the $5 tier. I assume it's in the $5 tier. Well worth it. Well worth that money.
Right, and you've got Jake that's reading Stephen King novels to you.
You're getting audiobooks. You can't get Audible for $5. Come on now.
Come on. Right? So right there, it's worth it. I think so. Anyway, just even with what they put out there alone, I think is worth it. And I'm going to start putting my own stuff out there too soon enough. So I need to decide what that is. It's probably just going to be like me talking shit about Disney
perfect.
or something.
That's all I want, to be honest. I am a patron of YHS. I put my money every single month, and it's well worth it. So if you haven't done it yet, do it.
And thank you. And also, Geek Dad Life, promote. Where can we find you?
YouTube.com/Geek Dad Life. It's there. And then I did a spin-off channel, Geek Dad Life 2, so Geek Dad Life Prime is just toys, and then Geek Dad Life 2 is movies and TV, geeky movies and TV. Because the way YouTube works, it's just like, you're doing something not toys, I'm not going to show it to nobody. So TV and film is on Geek Dad Life 2. And I think tomorrow we're covering Obi-Wan, so we'll be doing a live stream about Obi-Wan tomorrow. And can I just say, as we wrap things up here, people shitting on Obi-Wan, like it's really, I am enjoying the hell out of it, and it's really bugging me seeing articles and shit about people hating on.
You know
Obi-Wan.
what? Though that show then is not for you.
Yeah.
And move on.
Yep.
Because I'm loving it, and I think that's the other thing too. Is this show Obi-Wan? Because we haven't had a chance to even do a show on it yet here on Yes Have Some.
So busy, yeah.
However, I will say that I feel like Obi-Wan is just deep cut after deep cut of Star Wars lore.
Yeah.
So if you are having trouble getting on board with it, understanding it, it all seems silly to you.
That's true.
It's because, you know what? Maybe this is something, and I think Ewan McGregor has said this, this is for the fans, for the people that stuck with me all these years.
Yeah.
This isn't for the person that wants to jump on board and start Star Wars today.
You're right. Yeah. It is definitely like, you love the prequels, you love Clone Wars, you love Rebels, you love, that's a good point. And I do. Right. And so I'm like, I'm loving the hell out of this.
Me too. I'm all for it. And I found a neat little Easter egg about Lola today.
Yes, Carrie Fisher's pet bird name was Lola
when she was a child. Who?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sap. I teared up. I kind of teared up a little bit.
Me too. I actually couldn't wait to talk about it because I was like, that is such a sweet little tribute.
Yeah, absolutely.
To Carrie Fisher. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's And how great is Lola, anyways? I think we're all falling in love with that little droid, regardless.
Absolutely.
You know,
BB-8 who? Fuck that. Lola all the way.
Lola, 100% Lola. Right. So yeah, I love Obi-Wan, and I'm glad that we're just in it for the ride.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And fingers crossed that Hondo Tanaka saves Obi-Wan and brings him back to Tatooine.
Yes. Well, yes, absolutely.
That's my bold prediction for Obi-Wan. Is he gets saved by Hondo, and the pirates have to go and help him out.
I'm down with that. 100%.
Right? Makes perfect sense. But I think that's it, folks.
All right. Yeah.
Right? So hang on. Let me get my ghetto music. Well, it's not really.
112 likes. That's a thank you, everybody, for liking this video.
Thank you so much, everyone. So as we close out this fine bootleg number 4, Citizens on Patrol. I thank you, everyone who tuned in tonight. I hope everyone had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun.
Same.
Thank you, Jay. And you know what? Everyone will be back tomorrow, or tomorrow, but next week. And enjoy Ghostbusters Day tomorrow. Enjoy Obi-Wan at midnight. And
it's a double header. It's Star Wars and fucking Ghostbusters tomorrow.
It's insane. So here we go. And you know what? Let's hopefully do another bootleg sooner. Just because I want to do one that's about Booker T. Like 5 time. And we'll talk about wrestling. Even though, like, I love how we talked about no toy news other than, like, Turtles, but we still talked about toys. Damn.
There was toy theming throughout.
That's right. It's all good. Oh, Ms. Marvel starts tomorrow too.
Oh, this is a geekgasm tomorrow. It's overload. It's too much.
We're lucky.
Yes.
Like,
so lucky.
Gosh, I hope everyone takes a moment, takes a deep breath, and appreciates all the good content we're getting.
Yes.
Because this is really special, and this is something I never would have dreamed about getting. It just seemed like completely off the table 30 years ago. So.
Absolutely. Like, for all the geeks that are all cynical and like assholey, like, just take a moment and just be thankful for all the amazing geekery we've got.
Take a deep breath, grow up, and smile. Right? That's all I got to say.
Amen.
So
Amen.
Until next time, we will see you next Tuesday on Toy Anxiety. And you know what? Everyone have a great night.
Bye, everybody.
Okay. I think we got it.
It's still live.